Call the law enforcement committee meeting to order. First thing on the agenda is approval of the minute.
Motion approved.
Second?
Yes and no.
All in favor?
Aye.
Open up for public comment. Public comment, we'll close public comment. Turn it over to sheriff for sheriff's report.
Yes, first of all, I would like to introduce BJ.
It's your time.
BJ Stafford here in the suit and tie. I've got to get the suit and tie thing. But, he is my new chief deputy. He took Lance House lot and Lance House stepped aside for more of a finance role in the department and just swap positions. So, he'll be here to help y'all any way he can, and, if you need anything from him, just let him know. So, but Lance is still on board doing the finances. He can't be here now because it's something at his house he had to take care of, so.
In other words, BJ, we'll see you more than the sheriff.
Nah,
Looking forward to it.
not yet,
Not yet.
not yet. So, let's start out real quick with the easy stuff. I'll pass this around. This is surplus property. What this is, a lot of computer equipment, all the computer equipment is to be destroyed. We contracted the company to destroy all that. All the computer equipment has been dumped and nothing else on it, so. And also, the second item in that list is our existing, command post we have. It's just old. We bought it used several years ago. It's just in bad shape. The roof's leaking. The motor's pretty bad off. It's gonna cost more to fix it than to buy a new one. We'll be replacing it, in the future with something maybe a little smaller. Mainly that is to be surplus so we can put it on gov deals. That's on that last page there, Mike. And, so there's two separate ones. One is computer equipment, one is the vehicle.
Move approved.
And I would like to ask for that money for the vehicle we put back in the vehicle purchase.
Move approved.
Second.
We need 2 votes, 3 votes.
We can put it all together.
Put it all together.
Move approved.
You got the motion that everything including the vehicle,
Yeah,
and the money putting back in?
yeah.
Okay. Got a motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
You want one? Yes, sir. Slap all that.
Make sure Mike gets one.
It's Mike and them.
I noticed you.
Wait a minute.
You got even when you got yours, you just tell.
Yeah, I need one. Oh, here, Willie.
Yeah.
The next one is line item transfer. We're doing a lot of transporting of warrants that's people have been picked up on warrants all over the state, surrounding states, and it's costing a lot of money to go get them. I looked on the computer the other day, Monday, and we had like 7 or 8 different transports waiting to be picked up and 3 or 4 was in other states. It's just costing more, and we're just moving that over from in-service staff development over to travel, $12,000.
Much better.
Second. Motion second. Any discussion? All in favor?
You dedicated team of people go that way.
That one rolled all the
I
time.
never did.
Everybody got one?
Like you get one.
Yes, we'll get it.
I'm hearing a bunch of them.
I'll pass them on down here, what sheriff or staff can take back with you.
They, killing trees.
Yes.
The next one, every year about this time, we come to this committee and talk about inmate medical costs. And here we are again. And I've got a I cannot pass this out because it's a list of inmates who's been to the hospital over the past, since October of last year. It's 1, 2, 2.5, 3 pages long. And that's where this cost is coming from. And the majority of it is emergency room visits. We do a lot of private doctor visits, but the majority of it is emergency rooms. And I'm gonna get asked the question, I know, about our contract or our relationship with our local hospital. These bills are reflective of still at 60%. We were contacted by the hospital in the past month offering the 40%. That has not developed anymore.
Did they offer?
They offered. But Mike, you've seen the contract and we back and forth. They have not sent the new another.
No, I hadn't seen one originally.
There's not a new one, okay? We've asked for them to send that contract and we have not seen it. But these bills are reflective of the 60% cost. And let me say something, our medical company has done a great job. The cost of this would really be a lot more, but they're going in and they're finding ways to find either some type of insurance, TennCare, some things like that, that these inmates can get back on. So we're seeing a savings. If they weren't doing that, would really be deeper. I gotta say something about our judges. I want y'all to understand, I can't just let these people loose. I can't turn them loose. We've got people that rapes and murders and everything, bad stuff. You just can't just go to the judge and say, can you release this person? The one, and I'll say this, the ones I can, the minor misdemeanor stuff, yes, they've been working well with us to get these people released. And I had conversations with some commissioners here. I walked in Friday morning and I had 4 people in the hospital. Inmates. So what does that mean, guys? I'm gonna go back to the overtime cost here in the next budget amendment. That's 4 officers that's at the hospital sitting on people. And I can't go into what, them 4 people, I checked, that 2 of them still in the hospital. One of them come back and went back this morning. And it's major medical problems that we're seeing. And these aren't people just going in there being seen, being stitched up, or, give them some antibiotic and send them back. No. These people are staying 2, 3, 4 days, you never know it. So it costs. And that's where we're at.
How long you got to be in jail to get this medal?
10 minutes.
Hey,
What's your dark rate?
If you're Vanderbilt, it's the time they're arrested.
you want food?
No, how long? So how long are they in there? Is this a long time inmate? I guess that's needing medical attention.
It could be.
So
It's
if they
somebody that cannot get out of jail either on bond or they're serving a sentence.
Okay.
Now, let me say this about state inmates, okay? Any state inmate that goes to the hospital, we get reimbursed for. This is only county inmates, okay?
Wilson County. yeah.
Wilson County, yes, 100% Wilson County inmates. And I'm gonna say this, this right here will shore us up till May, I think, maybe June, and I may have to come back in May and look again, okay? And we'll go from there. But by that time, and I know Aaron's sitting back here behind me, I wanna look at state inmate reimbursement as it relates to housing state inmates. That figure is up, Aaron, this one. And I think the figure I've got is, at the rate we're going right now, we'll be up to around 210,000 by the end of this year, end of this budget year. So there's some money that we're over right there in that state we're bringing in. So I always ask Aaron, can we pull it out of that? And Aaron always says, well, it all washes in the end. It's best to go and do it out of the general fund and it washes in the end. But I just want y'all to understand there is some state inmate money that's going to be there at the end of the year.
Motion to approve.
I got a question. The verbal discussion on the contract was 40%, correct?
At what?
The verbal contract, the discussion 40%. I believe I'd strike through that 60 and put 40 above it initially per conversation and send it back and let them take the action on it.
I've been told this is 60% rate.
Put the others back on.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Got a second. Any other further discussion?
I do have
Go
a
ahead.
question. What if we only paid it 40%?
That's just what Colonel
I know, what he just said. What's the,
I'm just trying to make it official. I've heard that. I was in on some of the
I've heard it too.
conversations.
we just send 40% bill back,
two things.
what's our recourse?
Two things that jump up at me. Number one is if they sue us. I don't think they would do that either. But number two, they might be the 60 more, so can't bring any more down. That's the only thing I can think of is maybe
Yeah.
a third of
And what's the timeline on trying to get the final contract at 40%?
I don't know. I hadn't seen
Okay.
the 40%.
We've been working on this for a while. And
Yeah.
this last verbal would have been lasting.
And we're kind of oversimplifying, I'm sorry, here.
Yeah.
60 versus 40, but that 40 comes with some strings attached to it.
Right.
That we may not want. And
Sure.
that is, that anybody that they want to move from here to Nashville, if they're,
100%.
if-
Or,
yeah, if it's higher, and it's if they're, we don't have a dog in that fight.
Right.
They say you gotta go to Nashville to take them in the price.
The, does HCA, have we tried reaching out to them and seeing if they have a lower cost?
That's working right now.
it's working. They have not come back to the table.
Okay.
They seem interested in it. But they've got to come to the table.
Yeah.
If I can make a comment, the Vanderbilt contract and billing people are so large that they don't know who else is even in the office
And I'll say this, that person that called at that 40 probably,
may not have the authority.
I don't know.
I don't know.
They're all over the place.
That is the problem. That's the reason. We need to go see Dr. Wright Pinson there, Mr. Mayor. You and I
And
need
the
to.
mayor's off, I think he's had some
But
conversations, yes.
the point is, they talk, we talked to one of them down there one day in the building and told them about Scott McCarvin and to do that. He's the administrator
Yeah.
of the hospital. So
Yeah, I just,
left hand, right hand know what's going on.
I just worry if we keep delaying, we're gonna keep spending too much money.
That's right.
And if we pay the 40%, that would be saying that we agreed to the contract and lock in, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but my comment would be, if we get one that's 40%, we live with it, we ought to sign it, well, and if the man that offered the 40 didn't have the authority, let his
He's an agent.
superiors deal with them, we'll have a deal.
He's an agent of their company.
But there's some hidden things in there, because there was last
There
time.
was last time.
Yeah, we were concerned about.
Can we send this bill back and say, can you make it a 40% bill?
We've negotiated all these bills, and we negotiated and scrubbed them, I reckon that's what you call them, and, we was getting bills that wasn't sheriff's office bills, and that was in that contract, if you remember, we was
Right.
responsible for anybody got brought into the hospital. And we was getting some of them bills, them things are getting pushed.
I asked Mike just a minute ago, but can we try Carthage?
Haven't we looked at Riverview before, didn't we, wasn't there some conversation?
Take 'em up to, I mean,
Going there?
if it's something serious, then
And seriously, you gotta go to the,
Nashville,
you gotta
yeah,
go to the
but-
closest hospital, but then most of these are being transported by ambulance.
well, Carthage would be closer than going through all that traffic in Nashville. That's
No,
what
we're
I'm
going
saying.
down here in 11.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I'd skip them too and go to Carthage. They're charging us out the nose, so.
All right, motion second, and any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Nay.
Motion passes.
I'm blaming. Got a little bit of Mike Kirsten.
Sounds like you're voting on the
Don't
copy
blame
you should do.
Next one is food supplies, that's food for feeding inmates. I mean, I can explain this, but we're all living it every day at home. Our last food bid, it was increased from last year wholeheartily. They even put all of our meat that we serve, it's on the bid, they put it on a sliding scale, we're just as the prices go up.
Motion approved.
Second.
I got a question.
I'll
Motion
have
second,
trouble with this
discussion, go
one.
ahead.
Sheriff, tell me again how many eggs you go through a morning?
They're bagged eggs, I don't know how many eggs are in a bag,
Did you say about 400 or so?
a bunch.
Three per bag.
So what's the price of eggs for y'all?
Very expensive, really. I could charge them extra 50 cents like Waffle House, but
Okay, that's it.
All in favor? Any opposed?
the next one in line is, jail overtime. I've already discussed this once. We've been averaging about, right now, as of today, we're eight correctional officers down, deputies down. We were doing pretty good, some people left. We're not getting many applications right now, I know they interviewed some today. In saying that, when I talked about overtime, we're having to pay overtime for these people going to take their hot and field positions. But in saying that, it's pretty much been 8 or 10 most of this year. So there's gonna be some money left in salaries, and that, and again, I'll ask Aaron, we could pull it out of salaries. We don't pull stuff out of salaries, might be best just to, pay, but this is all for overtime in the jail.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aaron back there just shaking his head. The next one, what's the one?
Oh, it's the last one.
The next one is overtime for patrol, detectives, all the other, separate from the jail. This morning, today, or yesterday when this was printed, was down a warrants clerk, a communicate one dispatcher, 2 deputies, SRO, and CID investigator. That's pretty much been close to that all year, so that's where we're at. There's gonna be money there at the end of the year, turn back in for that, which will take care of this $80,000.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Any old business? New business?
Motion's adjourned.
Motion adjourned.
Second.